Temperatures have been lower than usual in Europe this winter and gas prices higher, hitting a 2-year peak that's putting more pressure on households and businesses already paying bigger energy bills. The EU says its newly unveiled Affordable Energy Action Plan will cut these bills by billions of euros, in part by monitoring the European gas market to catch traders who may be manipulating prices.
The gas market needs to have more transparency and better control. We need to be 100% sure that what we are actually paying on the market reflects the supply and demand. If that is not the case, if speculation leads to this, leading to unnatural high prices, then we need to react.
Analysts say this supervision could eventually reduce price volatility.
Outside of the plan, the Commission has now also backed a proposal by Germany and others to make its gas storage refilling targets more flexible. The targets were introduced as a response to supply disruptions caused by the war in Ukraine. They require all EU member states to have their gas storage capacity at 90% by November of every year, with intermediate targets in February, May, July and September.
But the effort to ensure countries had enough gas going into the winter has partially backfired, forcing a rethink.
The Commission is saying we need to coordinate better this refilling process during the spring and the summer so that we don't outcompete each other, driving up the gas prices.
While significantly decreasing its reliance on cheap Russian gas over the last 3 years, Europe's move to import more liquefied natural gas from the US, Qatar and other countries increases its exposure to market volatility. This, plus the higher prices, is making it hard for Europe's energy-intensive industries like steel and chemicals to compete with rivals in the US and other countries where energy is cheaper. This graph a striking depiction of the energy price shock Europe has experienced compared to the US. Even if the Commission's plans eventually bring some relief, Europe's gas problem will linger.
Unlike the United States, that for example are the first producers of both oil and gas in the world, Europe is a resource-poor continent. Europe doesn't have much domestic oil and gas and therefore needs to import 90% of the fossil fuels it consumes. This makes Europe more dependent on this LNG market, liquefied natural gas market, which is a market where you have a lot of players fighting for these cargoes.
More reasons why European ambition remains high to rapidly decarbonize the economy and electrify industry with renewables.